You and me, we are like Bombay, Dubai people.
Mumbai, Dubai.
Mumbai! Do guys tell each other that they love each other?
We say we like the company because we don't want to say we love because then it turns out like, oh, are you gay? Women take their other women to go to toilet. Can you believe? If I go with a guy to the same toilet,
You don't want to see.
not see the sound it makes, right? Like I don't like that. Like go to a book library, go to a meditation class, or go to a dance class, go to the gym and talk to some lady there, and there you will find real. Maybe you will not find your soulmates.
But you'll find like-minded people to talk to.
Bro, what about my? They always show the ladies and they forget about the guy. Like, everywhere they think, oh, guy, nobody is watching.
Yeah.
The guys, how he looks.
Because you are always moving, so every picture.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I believe you. Yeah, bro, I look like some.
Okay, so clearly our brain has been built for the caveman, cave fires, and wild animals and human contact. Welcome to Decoding Quirks, where I'm your host Aditi. We're going to be sitting here with Sundeep Comedy to decode what is happening to our brain. Are we evolving? Where's the structure going for evolution, patriarchy, women, and our inner child? So, something that we spoke about. Firstly, welcome. Hi.
Thanks.
Something that we spoke about was why is it so difficult for us to stay in this concrete jungle structure that we have built? And we love it. You and me, we are like Bombay, Dubai people.
Mumbai, Dubai.
Mumbai! Dude, people in the comments are already going crazy when I said Bombay in a previous reel. Why is that though? Why are people...
Because people want to comment.
Okay, that's true. And we get the engagement.
Yeah.
Okay, but isn't it really, really tough now? You and me have grown up without phones.
What do you mean? We have.
I mean, not like smartphones.
Hello, I'm still a young boy.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, we forgot we're speaking to Gen Alpha only here at this
Yeah,
point.
ladies, lot of ladies are watching. So, ladies, please note that I'm still young. And I don't know why she called me for mental health discussion, but I guess we'll find out.
Wait, hello. When we were voice noting, our voice notes were podcasts already. So there is a vibe. The vibe will come out shortly. Stay tuned.
Camera is there or camera is here?
My camera is there, bro. Yours is here.
Oh.
But you can talk to me.
Oh.
I mean, unless you want to talk to the audience, which you should.
No,
I mean, build a connection.
already connected, I think.
Okay, so seriously. So I feel like we've grown up without like smartphones and stuff, right? We had a very different kind of life. Now everyone's grown up with a smartphone. Everyone is growing up in cities. The behavior of our primitive brain in cities. It's really hard sometimes. Do you have anything to say about that?
I would say that everything that is coming is just a phase and we have to accept it because anyway humans are going to get extinct very soon.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, this is the sixth extinction. There is a book called The Sixth Extinction. Please read because I know people will not read anything.
We are going to get extinct.
Yeah, I mean, we will self-extinct based on the way we are going. And there is a complete science and evidence behind it, which is explained in that book. And I feel that whatever we are going through is basically something which.
Because see, our brains are still in like our caveman era. We are evolving
Yeah.
super fast, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm forget even caveman era. Look, I mean, from when I was born to now, so many things have changed. You have the rise of the computer, you have AI, you have your smartphones. So many things have changed. Adapting to all of that is hard, yeah.
Yeah, 200,000 years ago, the brain still thinks that we are living in the savannah.
I agree.
And, what I feel is that the digital revolution which has come is basically just a evolution of our consciousness, and the human brain consciousness is only 5%
Yeah.
awareness, that, and we are trying to control the 95% which is subconscious, which is primal, and that is why most of our instincts which are governing us, especially the men are always attracted to not all men. Majority of men are always attracted to opposite gender, and their main purpose is to reproduce. So that wiring is very deep ingrained in us, and the women are looking for men who will protect them. Although the women are at a level where they can take care of themselves, but still the genetic wiring still looks for men who will fulfill that obligation.
Yeah.
And that is why I feel that the smartphones and all these things, it's just an additional resource. It's just been villainized for no reason. I feel that smartphones is just because we are not able to handle that resource, we cannot complain about the resource.
Got it.
Even in 1800s and 1500s and 1700s, they found it very difficult to focus on any single task, and that is because the human brain is evolved from primates, which is monkey brain. So our brain is always supposed to jump from one thing to another. It's a genetic trait.
But now it's like jumping in 7 seconds.
Because we are not able to control the resource that is in our hands. But if you see, the generation which is now is becoming more smarter and more advanced in terms of grasping all these issues that they are facing. So, for example, the Gen Z, majority of the people now are turned into spirituality.
Yeah.
Last time I went for a sound healing session because I also like to meditate, and I found a lot of Gen Z people there, and they are just 23, 22 years old.
I met a lot of Gen Zs who don't drink. They've given up. They've tried it for like 2-3 years and been like, this is not for me. They've stopped drinking. I, in fact, saw a reel yesterday. I mean, of course, this is real information, but I saw a reel yesterday who was talking about Gen Alpha, saying that they don't like to text. And I'm just like, what? Like half our conversation, like half our work is on text. So they don't like to text because they were like, people will get the tonality wrong. I don't want evidence of my story. The connection is not there. The validation is not there. So I feel like there's also been a wave.
So you will go through this entire painful process of getting everything that you want. So in our millennial generation, we were struggling to get certain things. So by the time we got it, we were like, oh, that's it. Then we go into spirituality. That is why spirituality people are always over 40 or 50.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Gen Z, they are 20 years ahead of the curve. So maybe they will, and AI what is coming is going to help them in so many aspects that the human civilization will get more advanced. And actually what is going to happen, and that is the most happy part, is that the people who are fighting now and all these territory wars and all will reduce.
How?
Because the Gen Z people will realize the futility of it, right? And I mean, look at today's generation. Do you think they will grow up and start fighting against each other, wars or anything? No. They will be all relaxed and chill about everything.
Because they're all going for sound healing and meditation.
They will be meditating. By the age of 30, they will be so good in spiritual things. They will become more religious, and
How do you describe spirituality?
spirituality is where you know that you are connected to the whole universe. Now, there are many ways to feel that.
Fair.
I mean, maybe you are doing something so good that you go into a flow state and suddenly you feel connected to everything. Or maybe,
But is spirituality also like, I want to know more about myself?
it is a part of spirituality, I would say, but spirituality in its essence, because it has been talked about and been described so many times, that the word has itself got corrupted. Same thing about love, right? People have corrupted the word so much that as soon as you say, I love you, it does not hold any meaning.
It's cringe.
Yeah, it's like,
It's like
oh,
so
really?
quickly, yuck.
Yeah, so it is not, so spirituality as a essence, I feel that is where you feel you have somehow felt part of the whole bigger picture. What is the bigger picture is that we are all made up of atoms and empty space, right? In the end of the day, we are empty space. So
Energy
yeah,
is what I
energy.
would call it, yeah.
So when you are doing spirituality, you need to have little bit knowledge on the scientific aspects also to know what the religious scriptures and what the spiritual masters have been saying is now been getting proven in the scientific way. Because science is all about evidence, right? So
Yeah.
the science has spent like millions trying to find the ultimate particle, which is Higgs boson. And when you try to go deeper into Higgs boson, you find it is completely empty space. So the more you start meditating also has got corrupted. So meditation, you can just sit silently with yourself for 10 minutes. When you are going to sleep, sometimes you don't fall asleep, right? You are
Yeah.
awake because your mind is racing. You just watch your thoughts going
Yeah.
across like clouds, and then you realize those thoughts are not your thoughts. It is based on the knowledge that you have acquired from others. You have acquired knowledge from so many different streams of consciousness. So many books you have read, your parents talking to you, your world, everything. But those thoughts are not your thoughts.
So what do you attach yourself to then?
Exactly. And there will be lot of problems coming, nostalgic memories coming. Just watch them. That is the most difficult thing to do, is to watch those thoughts.
Yeah. But
Because you
detaching
feel,
from those thoughts also.
yeah, and you just watch them floating by. You feel like, oh shit, I forgot to call this
Yeah.
person for
Yeah.
her birthday. Does not matter, just let it go, just watch, because your mind becomes restless. It's like, oh my God. And then if you get attached to one thought, then you go deep into that thought and you have lost.
Is that also what overthinking is?
No, overthinking is,
Is when you go into that thought.
yeah, but that is a different context. What I am saying is, when
Yeah.
you are watching the thoughts floating by, suddenly you feel that you are yourself. Suddenly you discover that abyss, like where you feel so void, and it is the most scariest place to be when you feel complete emptiness.
Why is it
That will not
scary?
come on the first
Of
meditation. It
course.
will, and then when that void comes, just accept that void, and you feel a certain way of feeling bliss. It's not called happiness. It is not called dopamine hits, oxytocin, and all these other chemicals. Nothing. You feel at peace, and that bliss, what you feel, is what you is called meditation. So if you go to any meditation centers, in so many meditation centers, they teach you the same thing, same principle, that sit alone with yourself. What is Zen? Zen is
Yeah.
also the same thing. But the most difficult part is to sit alone with yourself. If you sit alone for 10 minutes also like this, you feel like I have to do something.
I feel like we're in this generation where we're constantly like either picking up our phone and, as you said, collecting our thoughts. We're collecting it. We're not watching it pass by.
Yeah.
We have the thought, we're like, oh, I have to call this one. Oh, I have to order this milk. Oh, I have to like send a message to my mother. I should like watch this TV show. I need to like respond.
People have lost the ability to get bored.
I think so too. I think boredom is the best way for your mental health to connect with yourself.
Yeah.
If you can get bored, like I'm just saying, on all airlines, ban entertainment. Let people get bored.
Yeah.
Get bored, learn how to meditate. Every airline should just be meditation, like a meditation trip.
Yeah.
Just start getting bored, guys. It does wonders. I mean, I'm not perfect at it.
Yeah.
Like, even I'm like sometimes restless. But I'm okay. I'm okay to like just, when you wake up in the morning, I'm just like, I just want to like sit on my bed. Like,
Yeah.
give it 10 minutes. But again, does everyone have the privilege to do that?
It's
In this
still-
hustle culture that we are surviving, like struggling to survive.
No, in any form of survival mode, you can still spend 10 to 15 minutes just alone by yourself. And there are so many opportunities. You can sit in the toilet, like so many people are constipated. They can just sit there. Uh,
Use your
meditate.
constipation for your mental health.
and also, when you have constipation, you have to sit in squat position, which is another topic, but I don't want to talk about. We'll be deep.
I love it.
Yeah, because people don't squat while they are shitting. and
Yeah.
that is the ideal way to shit. And
Yeah,
the
we saw
hours-
Piku.
Piku.
I saw Piku.
Guys, watch Piku movie. Very nice.
Yeah, to summarize that we don't go into constipation here.
So, and there are, when you are going to sleep also, or when you wake up from sleep, you always have that 10-15 minutes. Just sit.
It's
for
easier
it.
said than done, Sandeep.
It is difficult.
It's
Even for me,
very,
it is
it's,
difficult.
I am also struggling with it. There are times when I'm like so busy, I have to think about tomorrow, like this birthday is coming, I have to make this call, I have to pack my suitcase. I have to, sometimes you're just like, even that 10 minutes feels like I'm procrastinating.
Yeah.
So-
So the best way to do this, what I do, is I take a piece of paper and I just write whatever thought comes to my mind.
Journaling.
For first. Not journaling, just whatever is in my head. And I just write it down.
That is journaling.
No, but then you have to explain the whole situation.
No. My journaling, sometimes in the beach me, I put my to-do list also. It's like a brain vomit.
No, it is for me, it's like just empty without questioning what thought is that. So, let's say I am sitting now. For example, now if I sit, cold is the thought that came to my head. So,
So
I'll
you
write
write
cold.
that,
I will
yeah.
not write this room is cold. Why should I tell this person? If I go deep in the thought, I will say, why this room is cold, guys, can you reduce? So, there is a whole thing. No, I will not write. I will just write cold.
I also told them that it's cold, by the way.
Yeah, and then I have to drink orange juice. So, see, now if I catch the thought, I will look at the orange juice and I want to drink. So, I will not. So, journaling would mean slightly elaborating on that.
I don't
No?
know. I think it's just person to person. I think it's literally like a brain vomit, like what you're saying. Whatever's
Yeah.
there, put it down. If you want to elongate on it, it's to understand your pattern, the why, the how, and in which way, and all. That is like, I think step 2. But it's even like generally what's there on your mind to put it down is a form of journaling.
Yeah, and then, so I'll
Do you
keep.
think guys journal as much as women?
Yeah, guys, I don't think they journal as much, they ruminate a lot in their head. Nice vocabulary, by the way. A lot of people think that my English is bad, but guys, sometimes,
Self validation is the way to go, guys.
guys always promote yourself, even if nobody is doing it. And people will say that you are too much. What is that? Narcissist.
Narcissist. You're a narcissist.
Guys, but if you also praise the other person, like, I mean, you look so beautiful.
Thank you.
Your hair is so nice.
My hair is so good, dude. It's so
and
good.
when you smile, it looks so nice. Like,
Now you can promote yourself.
yeah. So you see, you get also the permission. So now she cannot call me narcissist because when she said it is called narcissist, his whole tone, everything changed.
Okay. Do you think guys journal as much as women? Like, I think
Women,
when
I think, I think women journal more than men because men have been brought up in a culture which is very in tune to their biological evolutionary timeline, is that they have to be the protector. They have to be that person who is always alpha male. Now it's a culture alpha male.
That's
If
a
you are
trending word right now.
You can. There is simp. There is beta male. I mean, like every man, even if he's alpha male, he's beta at some areas. He's beta at being simp. There's been areas when he is a simp. So it does not mean that in front of a lady he has to act alpha male. Yes, there are some characters he has to display to show the woman that he is going to take care of her and everything. But not all the things that when he is a woman all the time he is like, oh, I am this, I am like, that is what.
it's so repulsive now.
Yeah, and that confusion in his head is caused by what? By the environment around him and by the culture around him. So if he is being told by his friends, he is hanging out. That is why my father used to tell always, you are what you are when you are having the environment, the friend circle, the community, you will become like them. Got nothing to do with the.
It's an influence at the end of the day. We
Yeah,
get
it's
influenced.
an influence. So you have a consciousness, you have an awareness of what is happening, and when you realize that, you need to take steps and effort to go and change that. Now, there are many things you cannot change, but that does not mean you cannot hang out with people who are.
Yeah, I mean, I think that this cult is being formed where it's like, oh, you have to be cool, you have to be successful. Like, guys preferring to go to the gym rather than therapy. They want to be the protector always. They want to really be, doing extremely well. And when they do extremely well, they somehow feel like people owe them because now they've done what society wants them to do. So
Yeah.
it is coming from like evolutionarily, like what we expect from men, the protector, the provider. But like, I think from what we can see, especially now in 2025, women are hyper independent. Women have really like,
Yeah.
the quality of women have really increased, especially like, look at Dubai. You can't survive if you don't have like 2 jobs. Women are making the money, they are independent, they have sorted out life. If the quality of women are going up and the quality of men are staying the same, wouldn't there be like a clash or a problem?
See, the women, what you said is right. Women have become very independent now, and they have got so many different avenues of income. Whether it is frowned upon or not, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Because
That's a you problem.
Yeah, they have their ways of getting things done. And yes, there are many people who are saying, oh, a woman can go on a dating app and get 5,000 matches. So what?
What's your problem?
Yeah, and yes, they also have issues to filter through those 5,000 options. The choice of options is so much that they just close the dating app.
Thank
And
you.
men need to realize that and like go out and meet real people. So there are some of my single friends, they are asking like, where I can meet? Should I go to a club or a bar? I said that go to a place where you will find women who you can talk to.
Like-minded.
Yeah, and like go to a book library, go to a meditation class, or go to a dance class, go to table tennis, go to paddle tennis, go to there's some go to the gym and talk to some lady there,
Yeah, I agree.
and there you will find real. Maybe you will not find your soulmate or whatever you call them nowadays.
But you'll find like-minded people to talk to.
Like-minded people, and if romance is there, it will happen gradually. But don't go in with a fixation that, oh, I have to, there is some culture where that, this is how you need to talk to women. This is how you need to impress them. This is what happens when you try to do that is you lose your identity. And then when you lose your identity, it come across as fake or it come across as something that is not you, and you can continue being fake for so long. And then you will get caught. And then what happens?
Then you'll get irritated, then you will start to lash out, then you
Yeah.
start to get angry, then you start to get upset and depressed.
So the best way I would say is if someone wants to improve about talking to women is improve your own communication skills. Go to a communication class. There is so many online classes.
That's true.
And practice how to communicate to a human being, not about how to communicate to a woman.
But I don't think men think that they need all of that. That's where the problem is. You're talking about take the action. I think like men think that they deserve to be married or not even married, be in a relationship with someone from a very traditional style, right? But that's what I'm trying to say. Like women have evolved. Are the men evolving around this evolution? Like, or are they evolving in a sense where they're like, okay, fine.
See, the men are also been corrupted by so much overload of information, and they see some of the men are having loads of money and they are having a lot of women around them. So they see that, and
I think we're talking about the same person, the same man who sits with his sunglasses on the podcast.
I will not take.
I mean, I'm not going to take the name.
No, not only him. There are
Yeah.
lot of people who have offshooted from so many different segments, and then they think having lots of money equal to lots of women, and then having a good physique equal to lots of women. It's like having drinking alcohol. The next morning you have hangover, you have low energy, and for the next following day you are like, oh, what the hell? Yes, you enjoyed that 2-3 hours.
So
But
that's the dopamine, na, which
yeah.
went up, and then you have a massive crash afterwards.
Not only dopamine, like when I was drinking alcohol, uh, I felt that the body has to remove all that toxin from your body, and that requires massive amount of energy to do that. It's a poison. So while I am drinking alcohol, I am enjoying that 2-3 hours. I am really enjoying. But what about the consequence the next 3-4 days?
Yeah. So as someone had said it, I don't know if it's James God. Okay, anyway, someone had said this where when you go and drink alcohol, you need to start thinking about how many hours are you withdrawing
Yeah.
from tomorrow. So he's like, look at it like an ATM. It's like if you drink today, you are withdrawing 2 hours of your life tomorrow. If you have the second drink, you're withdrawing another hour. So it's like you every time you drink, think about how many hours are you going to destroy tomorrow.
That does not mean you cannot drink. You
Yeah.
can drink, have a glass of wine or glass of beer.
You
But
do you.
If it becomes a crutch that
Yeah.
I cannot be myself until I have a glass of wine, then you have to really introspect, because that one glass of wine is not going to help you.
It's not
Because
gonna help.
then you have to increase that dosage. It's like a drug, right?
Yeah.
If I am drinking, I still drink 4 espressos in a day.
What?
Yeah,
That's a lot.
but it has no effect on me. There are people who say I can drink one coffee before I go to sleep and then I fall asleep. Why? Because the body is so efficient in removing the toxin
But
that
then
you don't feel anything. Like I don't feel anything after I drink espresso. Like the days I don't drink, I feel withdrawal, right? Now, same thing with people who are vaping and having nicotine and all. They don't realize that a point will come when your brain and your body has so got accustomed to it that it does not have any effect on you. So you have to go through that withdrawal, which will last maybe a month or 2 months, does not matter. But
Yeah.
because there is so much a drug can do, so much artificial things can do for you, and that is why
Which is
I
the
feel
new normal. Like it feels like, okay, this is now normal. It's not feeling like it's doing anything.
yeah, like it is being made to look cool, like, oh, if you don't drink, you are an outsider.
But that's how we've grown up with all the marketing, right? Like alcohol has been so socially acceptable, like weddings and stuff. In fact, if you didn't have the best alcohol, you would be judged. If you didn't have like even alcohol at the ceremony, people would be like judging your financial status.
Yeah.
It is so socially acceptable. You
And
have to do it.
It is like even at birthday parties or something, if you don't eat the cake, you feel like, oh, you are on a diet. Oh, you are like, no, if I have a piece of cake, I will crash after 1 hour. The crash will last for another 4 hours. It's got nothing to do with me being on a diet. And I don't like the taste of sugar in my mouth. So,
I don't like the taste of sugar.
but for me, what happened is at a very young age, my parents never used to celebrate birthdays, and I used to like lot of cake. So what my father did is just stuffed one day lot of chocolate cake in my mouth, and that made me feel it so repulsive that I never want any sugary treats. I mean, he tried the harsh way, so don't try this at home.
I was just going to be like, that somewhat seems like trauma here.
It's not a trauma kind of thing. I just associate that whole
It's repulsive.
feeling of so much sugar in my mouth, and that many people have tried that. You know, some people do that. They eat food and then they go and vomit. You know, bulimia kind of thing. But it's like I feel.
But for me, it's kind of similar as well. Like when I eat more than like 2-3 bites, I start to feel very nauseous.
Yeah. Not the addiction things. I'm saying that if you are trying any hobby, or if you are trying to learn some new skills, that is where you get your organic dopamine. The more harder it is the task, you feel more fulfilled and satisfied.
That's true.
So if I am trying to write a piece of content, which sometimes I have to write 50 pieces of content before I feel that this one piece is good, the remaining 49 is waste, because the whole structure of that whole thing takes a lot of time, you know, like so it is a very painful process, but I enjoy that pain.
The whole process, even the 49 rejected ones.
Yeah, because you enjoy the process. The problem with people is that I have a goal. Like when I started out, I had no expectations, so the ideas were flowing freely, like I was at ease.
Same.
The
by the way.
minute I started getting followers and all, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, then I realized, oh,
Because
I
now
have
you
put
owe
under
them
pressure.
something as well. You have to keep them entertained also.
No, not the thing about owing them. It's more about gaining more followers,
No, I sometimes feel like
becoming.
I need to like, they people have followed me for a reason. So if I'm only like gaining followers now with the way the algorithm is going, you can gain. But why will your followers engage with you, right? Why will they be a community? Why will they stick by you? It's because you're constantly like engaging with them, and you kind of like they followed you. You ought to do something.
Yeah, so I was not in that mindset.
Uh-huh.
I was more interested in becoming more,
Bigger on Instagram.
bigger. So that is when the pressure came. And then I realized this is stopping my creativity and I gave up.
Oh,
And then I did what I did.
what do you enjoy?
Yeah, so then the ideas keep flowing. But again, as soon as I get fixated on the goal, I stop enjoying the process. So if I want to build six-pack abs and I'm going there and really struggling to go on the treadmill and do this and that, I'm not enjoying the process. So that is why you don't feel like doing things. So but once you reach the goal, you have to realize that the goal is that's it.
Just 10% of the entire thing.
Yeah, they don't feel happy. Like you feel good. Like when I had, when I started out, when I say 100,000 followers, if I have, my God.
I'll be sorted. My life will be perfect.
But after it came, I want 200. Then what will happen is you will stop going to gym. But what if I just change my mindset and say I just enjoy training my body. I just enjoy the blood is flowing in
The
my
movement,
the
yeah.
movement and all.
Yeah.
Then you start feeling good. Of course, you are not going to be happy. I still don't feel happy going to the gym, but at least I am.
But it rewires a habit in your brain
Yeah.
as well. It goes from your prefrontal cortex. Yeah, I get it.
And then same thing while writing some comedy material. It is so painful. It is so painful. On a scale of 1 to 10, it is 9
Oh,
because of the expectation. The expectation is when I am writing a joke, I am thinking,
yeah.
oh, this will be great. This will be great. But when I am halfway, I don't find a punchline. So now you are frustrated, right? Then you get upset at yourself and you're like, shit, where is my creativity? And then after 10 minutes, the brain uses a lot of glucose, right, to think. So when you are not thinking and you are in your autopilot, you are not going to be productive. We don't think too much. We always like any thought in your brain, you are not dissecting it, right? You are not trying to find a solution. So you need to take a break at that point. Now the problem is when you are thinking for 10 minutes and the break that you take is scroll on Instagram or go to YouTube, now you have exhausted your brain more. Brain thinks objective is finished.
Yes.
So now you don't want to sit on that hard task anymore. But
exactly.
so if you sit in a place for 1 hour and you just do what you are supposed to do, is the most painful part. But after 1 hour, the joy that you get
Yeah.
is more than the joy that you will get after getting intimate with your partner.
Of course, there was a joke at the end of this.
So guys who are desperate to get laid, let me tell you this.
Please write some comedy content.
Right? Do something which is you feel is true to your inner heart. Now when I say that is when you there are a lot of things, like there are some like if you feel like singing, like you are a bathroom singer, just try and learn how to sing.
Yeah.
And then when any new skill you learn, right, the joy that you get is more than the orgasmic joy you will get after when you are getting laid. And then do
Then
whatever
do the
task.
work that you wanted to do. Yeah.
which is easier said than done. It takes a lot of practice. So, if
It's not something that you can achieve tomorrow.
So, this goes out to a lot of Gen Z people, especially who watch a lot of Horn, the piece Silent, is that if you just use that energy, because see, it's not that you watch one time and then
Yeah.
you want more and more of the same thing to get the same hit. That is how the addiction cycle develops, and it's not healthy. What if you use that energy and do something which
But is this applicable for like alcohol and stuff like that? Any other?
everything, like if you are sitting with a group of friends and you think I cannot be myself or I cannot enjoy the situation unless I have 3 drinks in my blood. Now, imagine if we were drinking and talking, we will just talk nonsense.
That's true.
Nonsense means there is no stream of consciousness or a proper start, middle and
yeah,
end. So,
yeah.
I'm not saying all the time you have to be that organized, but I'm saying you can be yourself
Yeah.
and still talk meaning.
I think even people who are drinking, they are themselves. The worry of judgment starts to reduce, right? Because we do judge. Like I think, and this is something that is very common in men, right? Men don't talk about their emotions a lot because they do feel some form of judgment. They need to portray a certain image, and we've also seen like, I mean, actually, this is something you can tell me that do men really like external validation rather than internal validation?
See, as a primate species, both male and female need validation because that makes you feel part of the tribe.
Yeah, because there are so many random influencers. They'll be like, validation is like your biggest enemy. Don't feel validated. And this is something that's really pissing me off where all these influencers are using these one track words work hard, be grateful. Like, dude, your one type solution doesn't fit everybody, right? And especially work hard, your kind of work hard, my kind of work hard looks very different, right? So they have this one solution to fit all. It's quite sad. So even validation is one of that. You know, you shouldn't want validation. Why? When you love someone and they validate you, it's fucking great. That's what maybe deepens your love.
And try to get validation from them.
Yeah. So, but is the validation mostly external or internal?
It is both because first you need to love yourself. Now, when I say love
No, but
yourself,
that is the ideal. I'm just saying that generally, like around with men right now, are they mostly jumping towards external validation?
because they have not yet discovered themselves or they have not yet healed their inner child. I mean, for a long period of time, I used to think inner child is BS. Like, what inner child is new age concept. But the more I started going and trying to find my own self, I realized there is something called as inner child,
Yeah.
which is basically when we are growing up, the child is always being told to perform. If you perform, I will be affectionate towards you. If you do this for me or you behave in such good way, you will get this. So, what has happened is when he does not do that things, he gets no love, he gets pain, rejection or so over time he starts becoming rebellious because there are some things which he really wants to do and he's been not given love for that thing. So he goes against that and he starts doing that thing when he gets the freedom. So once he gets the freedom, he will do all those things which he was told not to do. And then what happens is he has never realized his own self-worth. He's never ever realized that these are things which I don't actually enjoy. And I was still not, because of this I was not getting love. So he stops doing that thing and then he does the thing which he actually enjoys.
So that's the healing journey.
That is the healing journey. Like,
But where do you think men are on this curve right now?
there are many men who have discovered that. That is why I am saying the millennial generation is still struggling.
Yes.
But the Gen Z people, although there is a lot of things written against them, I feel that they are more discovering this phase much earlier because they realize that because they have been brought up in an environment where their parents gave them everything.
Yeah.
Right? So
There's
they
no
are,
lack. no lack mentality mindset.
Yeah, so they feel like always abundant. They feel like, oh, I can do this, I can do that. The
Yeah.
confidence what this generation has, we never had.
It's insane. Sometimes you're just like, how do you think that you can go get away by saying this? Especially in a workplace, it'll be like, what do you mean you're done at 5 p.m.?
Yeah.
Like, I have worked till 9 p.m.
And this is again another thing about work culture is that I don't understand and I don't advocate why you have to work 9 to 5. You know, some days there is no work.
I
They
agree.
don't do any work. Some days there is work. And again, uh, we need to adapt from that whole factory mindset, you know, like when even the education system is based on the old factory mindset, you know, like people need to know that that is not no longer working, and that is most of the problems that we are facing
Yeah.
now is because of the education system also, like that discipline and that you have to study this information, memorize that information and then show your skill. I mean, not everybody is.
Yeah.
That is why you see the and don't.
I used to say this that, the 9 to 5 was honestly back in the day made for men because men were the ones working, no?
Yeah.
Women were not working. But women, like, I think women are more productive when they work in like 3 3 hour shifts, right? So the work culture was never defined for women. The work culture was defined for men because even if they work 9 to 5, let's assume that they actually have work in this case. So they work 9 to 5. If a man skips the meal in the middle, it's intermittent fasting, it works for men and their
Yeah.
body. But for women, it doesn't work. We can't skip meals. Like everything, like that's why we have so much PCOD today within women. Like, their testosterone are going up.
Oh.
Yeah, because we are working in a man's world, in a man's life. Because we didn't come up with working. Now we are adjusting
Yeah.
to it. Now, when women actually prove themselves in this environment, which is the phase that we are in, hopefully now with more women-led businesses, they allow people to work those shifts that they need to work. And as you very rightly said, some days you work 5 hours, some days you work like 7 hours. You will figure it out as long as it's balanced. So that balance, where it worked for men, it's not working for women, and women are just adjusting right now. But we're also like more women CEOs are coming, and it's gonna change. It's definitely changing.
The
So yeah.
whole work culture and the whole education system has to change.
It
It's
has to change.
something.
I think people are trying to not
But
put
I
pressure
don't
on
think.
just marks, give like extracurricular activities some form of importance. But yeah.
But maybe in the next 20 years it will change
I
because
don't even
while
think I think more than that, not even 20 years.
because AI once AI comes completely and
Yeah.
robots and all these things start coming, which might happen in the next 10 years hopefully. Then there is no point memorizing information,
But like even when I was in school, I used to be like, if we have a calculator, why are we doing all of this?
and you still have to do. But now it's digital revolution, no? So maybe it will.
Yeah.
People will realize there is.
So, I mean, I get the concept. I get the concept is like you have to work your brain to understand 2 plus 2 is 4. Right? So, because then these are the concepts that you take into your everyday life. But I was like talking about like the high end like formulas and theories.
Trigonometry,
Yeah,
algebra, geometry.
why that, right? For me, I'm just like now with I don't know if they'll even have all of these things. Okay, so there's one thing that I always tell there was this conversation we were having with our friends. We are like, what is that one thing that you are struggling with in your personal life, which you then take to your work life, but it makes you really good at your work life? Like, so for me, in my personal life, I feel like I struggle, like, I'm a little bit of a self-sabotager in my personal life. Like I will procrastinate, give myself that little bit of time, or I'll reach till the end and then I won't perform. So I know that in my personal life I do this a little bit, which is obviously like childhood, this,
Example.
that. Example, so I was flying to Dubai and I was on this skin treatment from one dermat, and I went and I did a detan from another dermat just before I flew, very well knowing that it can burn my skin. But I was like, it's never happened before. But they always say, be careful, be careful, be careful. But I still went and did it, and my skin got burned. I know this. I know it can happen. I'm like, I have to shoot in 2 days, but now my skin is burned. Very well aware of the consequences, but I will still push it to that last minute and not do it earlier. So I struggle with self sabotage in my personal life, but I take the same qualities into my work life, and somehow I end up growing because I push till the last moment and like a new door opens up. You know, I make myself a little uncomfortable, then growth happens. So, is there something that you have like struggled with in your personal life, but you feel like the same thing when I add it in my work life, it's actually making me good at work?
Yeah, I am very much jumping from topics to topics, and in my work life, it helped me in terms of managing multiple projects, and I learned to accept that as my weakness and as well as a strength.
Beautiful. Okay, tell me, I'm going to ask you some would you rather questions, okay? Ready? Would you rather tell your guy friends you love them or make jokes at their expense hoping they feel the love?
I always make jokes.
So you don't tell them that you love them. Do guys tell each other that they love each other?
We say we like the company because we don't want to say we love, because then it turns out like, oh, are you gay?
And you don't want to hear, you don't want to deal with
Women
that.
are more comfortable with their female friend. Women take their other women to go to toilet. Can you believe? If I see my friend going to the toilet, I will wait till he comes back.
Dude, it's very normal.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
No, because I don't like to, if I go with a guy to the same toilet,
You don't want to see.
not see, the sound it makes, right?
Yeah.
Churr, like, I don't like that. And also I feel like I have to,
Like it's so normal. This is like normal human thing.
not human thing, it's a normal woman thing.
Okay, so even with women, when we go, it's not like we're going for the sound. We're just like, we want to like debrief in the bathroom.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my God, what do you think about it? Are you enjoying? Are you having a good time? We're checking up on each other, man. We care. Like, it's the sisterhood. It's true. Okay, would you rather explain your childhood in therapy or just use it as crowd work?
I use it as crowd work. Therapy, if the therapist asks me, I will tell. Which I have told many times that the therapist only gave up.
Is that because you keep jumping?
Not jumping, it's because I don't do the things what she tells me to do.
Yeah. So, see, I think with therapy also, by the way, you have to find the right therapist. Like, you can go to like, see, in Dubai, how many gyms are there? Every road has a gym.
Yeah.
There could be 100 gyms, 1,000 personal trainers, but they are not meant for you.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that they are bad. They fit for other people and their schedule and their workout vibes. But it's the same thing with therapy. There could be thousands of therapists out there, but you need to find the one that actually like fits your vibe.
Same thing as finding your woman. Continue. Sometimes you will feel like I found a woman, but then you see another woman and you want to date that woman. Do it. Life is short.
Do it, it seems. Okay. Would you rather unpack your triggers or just change your entire routine and not tell anyone about it?
I like to unpack my triggers a lot. I just do a lot of introspection most of the time, because most of my content comes from that. So,
you know, there's this one podcast I saw about of Kenny Sebastian, where he was talking about the fact that when his content bombs on stage, a comedian takes it personally, because like when someone is a singer or a dancer, it's a skill that you can adapt, or a skill that's slightly separate from you. I hope I'm saying this well. But with comedy, it's about your life, your observation, your thinking, and then you put your piece out there, and if it bombs, it's taken a little bit more personally.
And you have to take it personally and feel the pain. If people say, don't take it personally, no, you can take it personally because it's your bloody life. And yes, maybe if you're taking too much personally, then you need to work on why you do that. Otherwise, and you don't stop going to do stand-up because of that, then you need to work on that.
Okay, one last one.
But
would you rather protect your ego or upgrade your personality?
I would upgrade my personality. Because for me, I feel I have ego in certain things, and I'm very open to talk about that. Like I don't shy away from that, whatever people tell me.
Yeah.
But I always want to work on myself, and I want to be more and more of me. That is why what you see on screen and what you see in real is the same.
Clearly, I mean, we saw it. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. It was
Thank
very
you.
enjoyable talking to you.
See, thank you. See, these praises are the ones is why I've called you.
Thank
Appreciate.
you so much.
Okay, so thank you for watching till the end. And if you have, like, just drop us a comment, drop us a follow, share it, come into our DMs, tell us how much you hate us, love us. But yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll link all your links. Is that
Don't
right?
write any negative comments because I block them and report to.
Okay, so we learned something new while we were signing off. See
Negative
you.
comment privately.
But yeah, he's accepting it. All right, bye.